The first thing is that you learn this as an attorney practicing law, is that people don't sue people that they like. So you have to like the people you're going into partnership with as human beings. And if you don't, then you just shouldn't do it. If you're doing it because, well, I don't like this about them, but we can make money, don't do it. That's a mistake, because a partnership should be, it is very marriage-like. But it is generally less understanding than a marriage. You might be more understanding of family or a spouse than you would be of a partner. So that's something to think about as well. So that's the very first thing. And then as I'm looking at that, this is my friend Mark Anthony has a thing he calls PFM, people, fun, money. So the people thing, liking them is number one. And then I've kind of evolved that first thing to say, well, I also should have a little bit of information about, like, what's their history? Have they had successful partnerships in the past? Do they speak well of their past partners or ill of their past partners? Have they sued lots of people, been in lawsuits and things like that? That would be a pretty big red flag. That would be an out for me.
Yeah.
And so, that, like, those basic screening things with partners. The other thing is, if you have the blessing of doing a joint venture first. So a joint venture is like a mini partnership, right? This is like, let's do a transaction together. And that's where I always start is okay, look, we're thinking about doing this thing. Let's do something immediately so we can figure out if we get along, right?
Yeah.
And we'll try this thing. Now, if you try that thing and it doesn't work and you lost some money and things are still good, then that's a really big clue. And because if you can lose money with somebody and still go on, and this is not if they took the money and ran away on a trip. This is,
the business didn't go well.
Yeah, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Then that's a great screen, and that's a really good indication of somebody that would be a good actual partner past a joint venture. Then you get to fun. Am I going to have fun? Is this going to be something that I'm going to do and I'm actually going to like? Because if you don't have fun doing it, there's a very good chance that you'll find a way to sabotage it, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. So you have to be able to say, this is going to be fun for me, and I also know it's going to be fun for them. And then you get to money, and the very first part of the money is the deal that you have with them. Now, you have to be able to make money as an enterprise, but also in the deal with them, I have a thing I call the fairness zone. And to me, a deal is fair, and it's somewhat subjective, obviously, because I'm just defining the zone. But it's like, I will say, this is the worst deal that I'm going to allow them to cut, and this is the best deal that I'm going to allow them to cut. And I will not make a deal that's outside the fairness zone. So after we negotiate, I will say, are you super excited about this? And they're like, man, gosh, I just wish that I could have blah, blah. If I can't get them to the point where they're excited about it, I will not let someone negotiate badly for themselves outside of the low part of what I think the fairness zone is. Yeah. And if they agree to it, and I can do that, if they agree to something that's less than what I think the minimum is, I'll just be like, you know what, we should put you here instead, because I think this will make you happier. And if you do that, then you won't have people blowing up the partnership because they put themselves in a situation that they couldn't afford to be in. Because people will put themselves in a situation they can't afford to be in to have the opportunity to do a deal with you. Yeah. And that doesn't work because nobody's going to be happy.